on our way back to our parents' house for the holidays. We're going to be staying with them pretty much tonight through to day after Christmas. So I figured we have a 2-hour drive right now, and I had been wanting to talk to you guys about holiday stress. We've tried really hard to find a way to see everyone as safely as possible, and I think we got a pretty good plan. I won't get into the details because what works for us certainly wouldn't work for other people. You know, it's all very personal, and
different spots of the country.
Different spots of the country, different family dynamics, all sorts of things going into this. But I do think that everyone can certainly agree that stress levels are high. Not only just for the normal stress of the holidays, but also because we have this whole other layer of the pandemic going on. And it's a lot to handle. So I wanted to take a minute on this car ride. Obviously, I have Ian here with me. He's doing such a good job driving. We really appreciate him. And I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about ideas on how to manage this pandemic holiday stress, some ideas that you can do to maybe help yourself feel better, to remind you guys that you're not alone if you're feeling negatively this year, even though it's a holiday season. I know there's a lot of pressure for everyone that it's the holiday season, you have to be happy and festive and things have to go perfectly, and that can cause so much stress and so much unnecessary pressure in yourself. And it's okay to just remember that you're only human. We're all dealing with this in different ways. It is affecting everyone so differently. And no matter what you're feeling, it's completely valid. But I've been doing some research for my own mental health on how to reduce holiday stress and anxiety. And I wanted to share some of those tips and tricks that I found with you guys because I think it might help some other people out there. Since we're all dealing with this, we are all in this together. So when I was Googling holiday stress and loneliness and anxiety and anything else, you know, I'm feeling that other people might be feeling, I've noticed a lot of similarities between a lot of different articles. And a lot of them can be used for regular holiday seasons. It doesn't have to be just for this pandemic specific season. So it's good to keep these in mind, you know, every year going forward, even when the pandemic, knock on wood, is over. So to start, I was reading that a lot of the causes for holiday-related stress tend to come down to overspending or financial pressures, unrealistic expectations, and excessive commitments. It doesn't help that I personally know a lot of people that deal with seasonal depression during this time. That's very common. I know a lot of people that have to handle that on top of the other regular every year holiday stress, on top of the pandemic stress. So just diving into those 3 issues very lightly, there was a list of tips I read that can help. And starting with financial pressures, some really simple things that you can do for yourself to maybe help ease some of that anxiety and financial stress could be setting a budget. You know, set a gift budget for your friends and family and try really hard to stick to it. I know it's super difficult. Personally, I love buying gifts for the people I love, but setting a budget can really just help you keep a bigger outlook on what you're doing. And really, at the end of the day, it's spending time with the people you care about that matters most, not the gifts. Even if you just give them a call and say, hey, I'm thinking about you, I love you, that goes such a long way. A handwritten letter, completely so cheap and simple, but it just means so much to people. And so keeping those kinds of things in mind can definitely help ease some of that strain. I know a lot of people this year especially are dealing with a lot of financial stress they may not have been dealing with prior to this year. So just remembering that you don't have to do some big extravagant thing to show people you love and care about them. It can be as simple as a phone call or a letter sent in the mail. On top of that, reaching out to friends and family is a great way to combat that holiday loneliness. I know a lot of people aren't able to see their families this year because the pandemic, and that is so extremely hard, especially when this is the time of year people are most used to getting together and seeing everyone. But if you're able to give them a phone call or FaceTime, knowing that there are other ways to reach out to people can help immensely. The second biggest cause of holiday stress tends to be unrealistic expectations. This is a super hard one. I am so guilty of this. I'm someone who, when I think of any holiday really, whether it be Halloween or Thanksgiving or Christmas, I just want things to be perfect. I have this perfect idea in my head of everything I want us to do and exactly how I want it to look. And if things don't go exactly that way, which, spoiler alert, they usually don't, it can definitely make you feel like you failed in some way. It kind of causes stress, it causes anxiety. And it's really hard to realize that that's not how you should look at these times of the year, because it makes them less enjoyable. So a few tips that I found online in how to manage your expectations and make them a little more realistic, and also help you live in the moment a little more and appreciate the moments where you are feeling happy and not always thinking about the next thing you have to do and the next event you have to plan or whatever it may be, and just helping you enjoy what it is you're doing right now. So just a few tips for doing that would be to plan ahead. Try taking a calendar, make a list of the things you really want to do, whatever holiday month, whatever season, and pick out certain days where you can go look at Christmas lights or bake cookies with your family or wrap presents. And just planning them out a little better will help you feel less stressed as it's getting to the last week of December and you haven't done all these things you wanted to do. So planning them out a little bit and putting them on a calendar and setting certain days for certain things you want to do can definitely help you feel like you've made the most of your holiday season. It can also definitely help to take a breather and look around at the moment you're in right now and just really try and enjoy what you're doing, the people you're with, the time you're spending. Really just try and calm down and enjoy. I know it's hard, especially right now, but you can do it as long as you keep a conscious mind, take a deep breath, and just slow down a little bit. I also read a great tip which said at the beginning of the holiday season, set your intentions to enjoy the holidays as much as you can. And this is something that I haven't really done in the past and I would really love to start doing. You know, normally when I set my intentions for the season, it's, oh, I want to bake the gingerbread house, I want to make the cookies, I want to decorate the house. But really at the end of the day, what you should be doing is enjoying your time, enjoying the people you're with. And if you really take a moment to set those as your intentions for the month, it can really help shape how you feel going into the holiday season. Also, and this is a big one, if you find that you're having a lot of trouble regulating your stress and anxiety and depression, whatever it may be, do not be afraid to seek out professional help. I know there's a stigma around that, which really there shouldn't be. Your mind and your mental health is so important, and getting any help you may need for that is completely valid. It's healthy. It's something you should absolutely not be afraid to do. And I think it's really important. If you think that you need that help, go get it. It's only going to help you in the long run, and it's going to make you feel better. It'll make those around you feel better. And I just really think that's a really important thing to emphasize. Going on to the last point of stress, and that tends to be excessive commitments. I'm so guilty of this. And one of the biggest pieces of advice I found for this is learn how to say no. And that can be so tough, especially when dealing with friends and family and people you really care about. You don't want to disappoint anyone or make anyone angry, but your mental health should really come first. If you find that you are agreeing to too many things, you're taking on too much, you can say no to people. They'll be okay. They'll figure out what they gotta do. Definitely don't be afraid to put yourself first sometimes. I know it's also hard. This is the season for giving. This is the season you want to be doing things for other people, and you absolutely should. You know, no one's saying don't do that, but don't do it to the point where it's hurting yourself. It's just definitely something to keep in mind during this holiday season, during any holiday season. My last few bits of advice are really just good for feeling better in general, no matter the year, no matter the time, even not during the holidays. And those little bits of advice are practicing gratitude and generosity. You know, remember to be thankful for what we have. I think if 2020 has shown us anything, it's that we should be thankful for the things we have and the people that are in our lives. And it's been a hard year. It's been a crazy year for so many reasons and for so many people. So really remembering to practice gratitude can help in so many ways. And practice generosity. If you're in a position to help someone that needs it, then do that. It'll make you feel good. It'll help someone else. All around, just gonna make you feel better. Also, don't abandon your healthy habits during the holiday season. You know, continue to get enough rest, eat healthy, exercise, get outside and get fresh air. I know it can seem like a lot to keep up even with those everyday things when you have so much going on and so much you want to do, but ultimately keeping up those healthy habits are going to make you happier. They are going to make you feel better, and they're really important to continue to do during the holiday season. So yeah, I hope some of those tips helped you guys. I will outline them in the description down below if you want to go give them a read, refresh, and just remember, as crazy of a year as it's been, as stressful as a time as the holidays are, you're not alone. Your feelings are valid no matter what it is you're feeling. And there are ways you can regulate your emotions and just work on reducing any stress or anxiety you may be feeling. What do you think? Anything to add?
Nope.
Stressful time. Definitely a stressful time. We're stressing, for sure. You know, trying to get everything done, trying to see people and still be safe, remember our masks, don't forget to buy gifts, send the cards. It's a lot. It's a lot. It can definitely be a lot. And if you are feeling overwhelmed, if you are feeling anxious, lonely, frustrated, upset, you're not alone. You are not invalid for feeling those things, and it will get better. So I hope this was able to help some of you that are sharing in these emotions right now. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and click that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you don't miss the last few Vlogmas videos I have coming out. And in the comments, drop any suggestions of your own that have helped you in the past deal with your anxiety and negative emotions. Is there something I didn't mention? Is there something that resonated with you? Whatever it is, I would love to hear it. I always respond to my comments, so be sure to drop them down below. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!